This is the OTB Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've got a busy weekend of stakes racing action to bring to you, and we're going to head first to Calder, where they're continuing with their Grand Slam series through the end of the season, and it was a very exciting day on Saturday. We're going to kick things off with the La Prevoyante for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, going 1.5 miles on the turf. Let's head down to Florida, the running of the La Prevoyante.
They're all in the gate, and they're off in the La Prevoyante handicap. Toward the outside, that's Arvada with Cozy Advantage moving for the lead. Moving up next toward the inside comes Saved by the Light. Then from between horses, it's Lenata Reese. It's another length back toward the far outside. Moving up next, it's Arvada. They move around the stretch turn for the first time. Toward the inside, it's Lenta Reese in front by a length to the outside. Arvada's in second position. Then it's another length back toward the far outside. That's a Cozy Advantage. Moving at the hedge, it's Saved by the Light. Umeta has settled in fifth position. Then it's a length back toward the outside. It's Something Ventured moving up. Another length and a half back from between horses comes Literacy. It's a length toward the inside. That's My Dear Lady. To the outside, that's Iowa's Image. Another length back to Ocean Silk. And 4 lengths to the trailer, Honey Rider. They come past the finish line for the first time. They went to half in 50-3 after an opening quarter of 24-4. They move into the clubhouse turn. On the outside, it's Arvada that leads by a length. At the hedge, it's Lenata Reese in second position. And a half length back toward the outside, Cozy Advantage was Saved by the Light between horses. Another length back to Umeta, then toward the outside, it's Something Ventured. Another length to the hedge, that's Literacy. Then 2 more lengths, Iowa's Image. Toward the far outside, Ocean Silk. My Dear Lady is at the hedge, and 4 lengths back, it's Honey Rider. They went 3 quarters. They went 14-4, the mile in 1:31, 1:39-1, and they move to the far turn now. With the lead, it's Arvada, been there since the beginning, leads by a length with Saved by the Light in second position. A length back toward the inside next comes Lenata Reese. Then it's a half length back to the outside. That's Iowa's Image. They're at the top of the stretch now with the lead. Been there since the beginning. Arvada by a length and a half. On the outside, here comes Umeta to challenge for the lead. It's another length back to the inside. That's Lenata Reese. And 2 more lengths down the middle of the course, Iowa's Image. They come to deep stretch with the lead. It's Arvada on the outside, Umeta. It's Arvada and Umeta heads apart in the La Prevoyante.
Arvada picking up the victory here in a game effort over Umeta, with European breds running 1-2 in this field. Honey Rider rallying from well back off the pace after trailing early to finish a solid third at 34-1. The winner, Arvada, is a bay 4-year-old filly, a daughter of Hernando from La Lindy by Cadeau Genreau, bred in Great Britain by Myriad Communications and New England Stud, owned by Gordon Giles and Pritchard, trained by Bobby Frankel, and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Arvada covers the 1.5 miles on the turf course at Calder in 2 minutes 27 flat. We're going to head right back down to Calder now for the running of the Kenny No Junior Handicap, 3-year-olds and up, going a 7-furlong configuration here, the 1-turn configuration down at Calder. Let's head back down to Calder and the running of the Kenny No.
And they're off in the Kenny No Junior Handicap. Far outside, it's Paradise Dancer breaking sharply. Hasty Chris goes with him, moving up in the middle of the track. That's Medalist. Then it's a half length back. Built Up moves toward the inside. They leave the chute, move on to the main track. Moving up toward the inside, Built Up at the rail. That's Regalia moving into the first flight. Then moving toward the far outside next comes Medalist. It's another half length back toward the outside. That's Christine's King. It's a half length to Paradise Dancer. Far outside, it's Hasty Chris. Moving toward the inside, that's Silver Wagon. And 2.5 lengths back, Love That Moon. And dropping far back, Vinemeister. They went the first quarter 22-1. They leave the backstretch and move to the 3/8 pole. On the inside with a short lead, it's Regalia. Moving on the outside, challenging its medalist. Then it's a length and a half back to Paradise Dancer third. Another length to the outside, Hasty Chris. Then Silver Wagon with Coach Jimmy Lee. The half 45 seconds flat. They move to the 3/16 pole in the Kenny No Jr. Handicap. On the outside with the lead, that's Medalist by 2. Down the middle of the track, Paradise Dancer. To the far outside, Hasty Chris comes on. They move to the 16th pole. Medalist leads by 3, and they're not going to get him today. Medalist's going to take the Kenny No Jr. Handicap by 4. A great effort by Paradise Dancer to be second. Hasty Chris was third.
Medalist rebounding off a disappointing effort in his return race off the freshening in the slop in New York, returning down to Florida and romping by 4.5 lengths at almost 5-1 over nearly 50-1 shot Paradise Dancer. Hasty Chris rallying from well back at 6-1 is the choice in this race. Wagilia, the even money favorite, very disappointing after being involved in the early pace, faded to finish 7th in the field of 10. The winner Medalist, a dark Bayer Brown 3-year-old son of Touch Gold from Santeria by Star de Nascar, was bred in Kentucky by Robert N. Clay and the Albert G. Clay Revocable Trust, owned by Robert Clay and trained by Alan Jerkins, ridden to victory by Jose Santos. Medalist covers the 7 furlongs at Calder in 1:22 and 3. Next up, we're heading back to the turf for the W.L. McKnight Handicap. Grade 2, $200,000 mile and a half on the grass. Let's head back down to Florida, the running of the McKnight.
They're all in the gate, and they're off in the W.L. McKnight Handicap. In the middle of the course, that's the Meteor that's sent out for the lead. As Certifiably Crazy moves up at the hedge. A length back toward the outside, that's Latino moving up third. Then at the hedge, it's Scooter Roach settling in fourth. Another length back toward the far outside, Razor Ruler. Next toward the inside comes Irish Colonial. 2.5 lengths back to Dreadnought. Another length and a half to the inside, it's Colonial Bay. Then it's a length toward the far outside, Puppeteer. Moving next toward the inside comes Macaw with Dr. Brendler. And it's 2 lengths back to the trailer in Hand. They went the first quarter in 24 seconds flat. They come to the top of the stretch for the first time. Certifiably Crazy leads by a length. On the outside, it's the Meteor in second position. Then toward the far outside, moving up next, comes Macaw. Then it's a half length back toward the outside. It's Razor Ruler. Toward the inside, that's Scooter Roach. It's another half length between horses to Latino. A length back toward the outside, Irish Colonial. Then it's a length and a half back to Dreadnought. Another length to the inside, that's Colonial Bay. Next toward the outside comes Puppeteer. Length toward the inside, it's Dr. Brendler. And a length and a half, it's In Hand. They went 3 quarters and won 13 and 4 after a half and 49 and 1, and they moved to the backstretch for the second time. It's Certifiably Crazy in front by a length. The Meteor on the outside forces the pace second. Razor Ruler toward the far outside. Latino moves between horses looking for him toward the inside. It's Scooter Roach. Then it's another length back. That's Irish Colonial. Outside of him comes Dreadnought. Then it's a length back to the inside. That's Colonial Bay with Macaw. A length toward the far outside. It's Puppeteer. Then it's another length and a half back to the outside. Dr. Brendler with In Hand. They went the mile in 1:39 and 1. They leave the backstretch and move on the turn, heading for the quarter pole. Certifiably Crazy on the inside. The Meteor on the outside, their heads apart. A length back to the inside, Scooter Roach waiting for room. Then to the outside, it's Irish Colonial. They're at the top of the stretch now. Certifiably Crazy. On the outside, it's the Meteor. Down the middle of the course, it's Irish Colonial coming on. To the far outside, here comes Dreadnought. They come to the final furlong with the lead. The Meteor by a length. Dreadnought on the outside's coming on. Deep stretch. The Meteor. Dreadnought. Dreadnought's up in time to take the W.L. McKnight. It was close for the place and show.
Dreadnought repeating a very impressive victory here in New York with another game effort by a neck at 3-1. The lukewarm choice in here over Meteor, who he had beaten. This horse finished third last time out in a very solid inside run here, a little closer to the pace. than in his previous start. He went off at 12-1 off a very impressive performance in the prep race for this. Scooter Roach, who was coming in off of a couple of tries in the Midwest, sat very close to the early pace at 35-1 and stuck around late to finish third. The winner, Dreadnought, is a 4-year-old Bay Gelding, a son of Loch Wimet from Wings of Dreams by Sovereign Dancer. He was bred in Kentucky by David S. Pennington, owned by the Trillium Stable and trained by Tommy Voss. Ridden to victory by Jean-Luc Samine, Dreadnought covers the 1.5 miles on the turf at Calder in 2:26 and 3. One more race to bring to you from Calder on Saturday. That the Fred W. Hooper for older horses going a distance of ground on the main track. Let's head back down to Florida, the running of the Hooper.
And they're off. In the middle of the track, that's Hear No Evil that moves for the lead. Moving toward the inside, it's Bob's Proud Moment. 1.5 lengths back, Pies Prospect settles in third. Moving next toward the outside comes A Huevo. Then it's another 1/2 length back toward the inside. It's a Twilight Road between horses. That's Super Frolic. A length toward the far outside, it's Uncivil. Then in the next flight, it's Dusty's Birthday. Another 1.5 lengths to the outside. That's Kaiman. 1/2 length to the rail. It's Gold Dollar. And 3 lengths to the trailer. The Judge Says Who. They went the first quarter in 23 and 3. They straighten out for the run up the backstretch. Hear No Evil leads by a length. Bob's Proud Moment forces the pace second. A Huevo on the outside is third. 1/2 length to the rail. Pies Prospect is fourth. Then it's a 1.5 lengths back to Super Frolic. A length toward the inside, that's Twilight Road. Then it's 2.5 lengths back. Uncivil is next. 3 more lengths to Dusty's Birthday. Then the Judge Says Who moves up. At the rail, that's Gold Dollar with Kaiman. They went to half in 47 and 4. They leave the backstretch and move to the 3/8 pole. Hear No Evil leads by a length. It's Bob's Proud Moment forcing the pace second. 3 lengths back. That's Pies Prospect moving up third. Another 2 lengths toward the outside. It's A Huevo. Then toward the inside comes Twilight Road. Super Frolic on the far outside. They went 3 quarters in 1:11 and 2, and they turned for home in the Fred W. Hooper handicap. With the lead, moving on the outside, it's Pies Prospect. Toward the inside, that's Hear No Evil. 2.5 lengths back down the middle of the track, Twilight Road. They come past the final 8th pole now. On the lead, it's Pies Prospect by 3. At the rail, Hear No Evil. Then comes Twilight Road. It's Pies Prospect in front, going to take the Fred W. Hooper handicap by 6. On the outside, it was Twilight Road up for the place. Hear No Evil, weakened late to be third.
Pies Prospect, nice victory here by this guy from the Nick Zito operation. He had been running up against some pretty nice horses earlier this year as a 3-year-old. Ran against some grade 1 type company here. Got a little bit of a chance to shine against a little bit lesser lights in the older division and draws clear by an easy 8.5 lengths over Twilight Road. Hear No Evil, the early pace setter at 12-1, holds on well under Eddie Castro to finish third. The winner, Pies Prospect, is a chestnut 3-year-old son of Crafty Prospector from Hot Pillow by Bates Motel. Bred in Kentucky by Gordon and Mary Lou Wooten, owned by Robert LaPenta, trained by Nick Zito and ridden to victory by Edgar Prado. Pies Prospect covers the 1 1/8 at Calder in 1 minute 50 and 3. We're going to head now from Calder to Louisiana for racing action from the fairgrounds. We're going to take a look next at the Pengo Hop for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, or I'm sorry, 3-year-old fillies going a mile on the turf course. Let's head to the fairgrounds and Saturday's Pengo Hop.
Away and running at a Pengo Hop. Outright Buck, Dancing Liebling showing speed along with Ginny's Gold, and here's Bonanza Jelly Bean crossing and clearing under Tracy Hebert, who's offensive-minded at these big odds. Bonanza Jelly Bean in front. Jeremy Molly second, Victoire Batal closer down toward the inside. To conserve some ground third around this first turn. Ginny's Gold fourth at the rail. Dancing Liebling in between fillies running in fifth. Outright Buck is sixth. Sister Swank, and behind that threesome, and then comes Shadow Cast, Code of Ethics. Farther back is Thornhill, Humorous Miss, Galloping Gal, Family Business. 3 more lengths back there to Cape Town Lass, who's last of the 14. The opening quarter, 23 and 4. Up the backstretch, they're aiming for Bonanza Jelly Bean. Victoire Batal is second. Jeremy Molly third. Outright Buck is a close fourth. Ginny's Gold fifth at the rail now with 4 furlongs to go. Sister Swank, she's in the clear. Sister Swank is 7 from the front. And then on the far outside comes Shadow Cast. At the rail, Thornhill's moving through. Dancing Liebling caught in tight quarters. For outside family business, the half in 48-1. Catching now, Bonanza Jellybean, who's swallowed up by Victoire Battelle. Gaining ground, Shadowcast now coming with a big move. Sister Spank right there between fillies. They're at the top of the straight. Three quarters, 113-1. Victoire Battelle. Here's Shadowcast. Shadowcast now strikes the front. Sister Spank battles between horses. Code of Ethics on the outside. Middle of the course, gaining ground now is Code of Ethics. They're coming down toward the wire. Shadowcast just in front. Sister Swank, Code of Ethics running hard. Shadowcast, Code of Ethics to photo. Shadowcast has won the Pago Hop. Code of Ethics was second. Galloping Gal, a late closing third. To photo there was Sister Swank.
Shadowcast, she's found herself in against some pretty nice fillies during the course of this year, both on the dirt and the turf, and here gets an off-the-pace victory by a neck at almost 10-1. Over 50-1 outsider Code of Ethics. Sister Swank made her usual off-the-pace rallying move as the favorite, falling short by a neck and a head in a very exciting three-horse finish. The winner, Shadowcast, is a 3-year-old chestnut daughter of Smart Strike from Daily Special by Dejour. She was bred in Kentucky by William S. Farish. She is owned by Mr. Farish and trained by Neil Howard. Ridden to victory by Robbie Alvarado. Shadowcast covers the flat mile on the turf at the fairgrounds in 1 minute 37-4. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at stakes racing action from Laurel, Turfway, and Golden Gate. Please stay with us.
The New York Breeding and Racing Program salutes 3 multiple stakes winners. Here's multiple Grade 1 winner Critical Eye. Her earnings topped $1 million. And thanks to the New York Breeding Program, her breeder and owner each received an additional $80,000 plus in awards. Jet You Miss Blue picked up a lot of green, more than $800,000 in purses. And on top of that, combined New York Breeding Program awards to her owner, breeder, and stallion owner exceeded $250,000. Say Florida Sandy, winner of 5 graded stakes. He's the all-time New York bred money earner with over $2 million. Plus, the New York Breeding Program has paid out an incredible total of more than $500,000 in owner, breeder, and stallion owner awards. Critical Eye, Jet You Miss Blue, Say Florida Sandy, 3 outstanding New York breds. Just 3 of the many examples of why you should get with the program.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue not with Laurel, but with Pimlico racing action as we await the opening of Laurel over the winter time. We're going to take a look next at the Maryland breds in the Jennings on Saturday. 1 1/8 miles for the older set. Let's head down to Maryland in the running of the Jennings.
And they're off in the Jennings. Picture perfect start, and Agadan the favorite bounds away okay with New York Hero and Deer Run, and Water Cannon's right there in the pace too, and Water Cannon's very eager, going on to put ahead in front. New York Hero's right there at the rail. Deer Run is next, then back to Play Bingo as Agadan is settled about 5 to 6 lengths from that early pace up ahead into the first turn. Fufa's Warrior and the late running Irish Colony is last and 9 off the lead. 7 A's to go. New York Hero leading the way by 1.25 lengths. Water Cannon elects to take back now in second. Deer Running under a long hold outside in third. Agadan is 4th and just 3.5 off the lead. Play Bingo is 5th with 6 furlongs to run. Fufa's Warrior and Irish Colony is last, still 8 to 9 off the lead. On up the backstretch they go. It looks like an even pace out there for New York Hero. Not going that fast, leads it by a neck. Deer Run second, Water Cannon third, Agadan fourth. Play Bingo is into it early today. Play Bingo is just only 3 off the lead and 3 deep there in the yellow cap. Another 3 to 4 to Irish Colony, and Fufa's Warrior is last. Now only 6 lengths will cover the field. Into the far turn, New York Hero leading it from Deer Run second. Play Bingo outside of the favorite Agadan. Agadan just holding down third at this point. Irish Colony moving past Water Cannon, who's full out but dropping back. Irish Colony now 5 off the lead and looping them out there 3 deep as they move along to the top of the lane. Fufa's Warrior not interested. They come for home now. New York Hero, Agadan looking to split rivals, and a huge opening is developed for Agadan to come on through, and it's a glory run in between horses for Agadan, who sweeps right on through, but Irish Colony's there on the outside. Agadan and Irish Colony down to 2. New York Hero is third. Play Bingo defeated this afternoon, but a good stretch duel between Agadan and Irish Colony. Irish Colony up on the outside. Agadan giving all at 3 to 5. Agadan digging in and digging in to win. Agadan and Ariel Smith by a neck. Irish Colony second, New York Hero third, Play Bingo fourth.
Agadan, a familiar face in the New York racing circuit, but he is a Maryland bred, often shipping out to contest the Maryland bred stakes and picking up yet another victory as the odds-on choice by a half length over Irish Colony. New York Hero, another horse we've seen quite a bit in New York, shipping down to pick up the third spot after running on the pace every step of the way. The winner, Agadan, is a 5-year-old chestnut horse, the son of Carnavalet from Georgia K by Horatius. Bred in Maryland by Mr. and Mrs. Charles McGinnis and owned by Sandy Goldfarb and Partners. Trained by Richard Dutrow Jr. and ridden to victory by Ariel Smith, Agadan covers the mile and an eighth at Pimlico in 1 minute 52 and 4. We're going to head next to Kentucky in racing action from Turfway Park, the Prairie Bayou Handicap for 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and an eighth. Let's head down to Kentucky, the running of the Prairie Bayou.
And they're off. Discreet Hero breaks sharply, goes right to the front, down along Mr. Chrisley second. Then from between horses, that's Doc D and Bonus Pack. Moving for the first turn, it's Discreet Hero by a length. Moving up from the inside, Mr. Chrisley second. Then Doc D third by ahead. Gaining ground now up between horses, Punch moves into third. Then Doc D, Bonus Pack, and Graybeard. The early trailer is Ask the Lord, 23 and 3. For the opening quarter, Discreet Hero leads at a length. Mr. Chrisley second ahead, Punch third. Then Doc D fourth. On the extreme outside, Bonus Pack is fifth. Graybeard runs sixth, gap of 4. Ask the Lord is the trailer. They got the half in 47. Discreet Hero leads it. On the outside, Bonus Pack takes second by a head. Still Mr. Chrisley on the inside with Punch between horses. Doc D is dropped back in fifth. Graybeard is next. Ask the Lord trails into the turn. Now Discreet Hero opens the lead to a length and a half. Bonus Pack on the outside second. Doc D now moves to the extreme outside. Then down along the rail, Mr. Chrisley is fourth. Into the stretch, Discreet Hero draws away, now has a 5-length lead. Doc D is second with Bonus Pack and Mr. Chrisley. They're nearing the wire. It's all Discreet Hero just drawing away. Then Doc D, Mr. Chrisley, Ask the Lord, Discreet Hero wins it by 12, 15 maybe. Photo for second. Mr. Chrisley on the inside, up on the outside, Ask the Lord, then Doc D.
Discreet Hero getting a little class relief. This guy had found himself in against some pretty good graded stakes company over the last couple of months. Here sets the pace and simply romps by 14 1/4 official lengths as the odds-on choice over Doc D. 34 to 1 shot, Mr. Chrisley completing the trifecta with a very nice ground-saving trip to finish third. The winner, Discreet Hero, is a 6-year-old Bayer Brown gelded son of honor and glory from Tapstress by Desert Wine. He was bred in Kentucky by Paul H. Busby and Cynthia Busby. He is owned by LTB Incorporated and R.A. Williams, trained by Bernie Flint, and ridden to victory by Dean Sarvis. Discreet Hero covers the mile and an eighth at Turfway in 147 and 2. We're going to head next to Northern California for a pair of juvenile stakes, beginning with Saturday's running of the Gold Rush for 2-year-olds going a flat mile. Let's head to Northern California, the running of the Gold Rush.
And there they go. Out for the lead is Dover Deer along with Booming Along. Dino Camino comes away in third. They're going to pop Pichulo the Gray is fourth with Seize the Day to the outside. Seize the Day is committed to a very wide run into the clubhouse turn. Further back in the field is Isla Vista along with Krovitz. On the lead, it's Dover Deer. He'll make the pace in the Gold Rush by a length and a half. Booming Along is chasing from second. Seize the Day is third, and he's going to be about 3 wide entering the backstretch run. Dino Camino with a ground-saving trip. He's currently in fourth with more than 3 to make up. It's about 4 back to Papi Chulo, and to his inside is Krovitz. At the back is Isla Vista. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter up the Golden Gate Fields backstretch run. Dover Deer on the lead by a length to Booming Along. Seize the Day races in the clear. He's committed to a 3-wide run, but he has clear running, and he's in a good striking position. Dino Camino gets a nice trip. He's in behind the 3 leaders with just under 3 to make up, approaching the 3/8, the half, 1 in 46 and 3. 3 and a half for 4 to Krovitz. Krovitz, about a length and a half or two to Poppy Chulo. At the back is Isla Vista through the turn. Dover Deer booming along and Seize the Day 3 wide. Seize the Day is being pushed on, and he is not responding to this point. Dino Camino is fourth, and he has 4 to make up. And then we're going to Krovitz running on from the back. 3/4 and 110 and 2. They're at the top of the lane in the Gold Rush Stakes, and they got to catch Dover Deer. Dover Deer's at the 8th pole, and he's running away from Booming Along. In third race is Krovitz. He continues to close, but he's no threat to Dover Deer. Dover Deer rubs the rail inside the 16th, but he has a big enough lead to get it done in the Gold Rush Stakes. Dover Deer wire to wire. Finishing second was Booming Along. Further back was Krovitz, and then we had Poppy Chulo running on from the back. Seize the Day disappointed at 1-5.
Dover Deer and Booming Along running 1-2 almost every step of the way during this race. Dover Deer showing good speed under Iggy Puglisi, drawing clear by 2 1/4 lengths at the finish over long shot Booming Along. Krovitz, another long shot, rallying from well back off the pace to finish in the 3rd spot. The winner, Dover Deer, is a bay 2-year-old son of Cherokee Run from Moss by Woodman. He was bred in Florida by Bricklow Limited, Hyperion Stud, and Ramon Bloodstock, owned by Jason Wood and trained by Doug O'Neill. Ridden to victory by Iggy Puglisi. Dover Deer covers the mile of the Gold Rush Stakes at Golden Gate Fields in 1:36 and 2. We're going to continue with 2-year-olds from Northern California now. The Corte Madera for 2-year-old fillies on Sunday afternoon, once again going a flat mile. Let's head back to Golden Gate, the Corte Madera.
And there they go, and it's a beautiful beginning for the Sunday feature. Tense Wager Island Escape, they contest the pace, joined by Hold the Game. Also there is Gotta Go Gal, although she's wide, but not as wide as the favorite Seize Irish. And Seize Irish is out there very wide into the clubhouse run. Tense Wager settles off the pace. Then we'll go to Cosmic Lady on London Time as the early trailer from the rail. Island Escape makes the pace by almost a length. Hold the Game to keep her company on the front end. 3 to Tense Wager, third, along with Gotta Go Gal, and Seize Irish. She's still wide, at least 3 wide entering the backstretch run. It's more than 2 to Cosmic Lady, covering on London Time. 23 and 2 for the opening quarter past the 5/8. And on the lead, Island Escape by more than a length to Hold the Game. Gotta Go Gal 3 deep, and Seize Irish 4 wide up the backstretch run. It's another length and a half back to Tense Wager, surrounded on London Time to her inside, and Cosmic Lady to her outside. The half one in 47 and 3, favorable fractions for Island Escape to the 3/8. She leads by more than a length to Gotta Go Gal 3 deep, and there goes Seize Irish from the outside. Hold the Game is fourth, losing a little bit of ground. She's 2 1/2 from the front, joined by On London Time from the inside. Cosmic Lady 3 deep through the turn. She has 6 to make up. Tense Wagers at the back. 3/4 and 112 and 1. They got to catch Island Escape. Island Escape still on the front end in the Corte Madera Stakes. Seize Irish is trying to overcome a very wide trip. She's in the thick of the battle at the 8th pole. On London Time up the rail. Seize Irish, Island Escape, and On London Time. Seize Irish, Island Escape battles bravely. One from the rail, On London Time along the rail. Here's the wire, and it's Seize Irish. Seize Irish wins the Corte Madera Stakes in a 3-way thriller.
In an exciting finish, Seize Irish gets a nose victory over Island Escape. After rallying from nicely off the pace, she did get floated 4 wide, but made a nice bid to just get the victory. On London Time rallies from far back off the pace to finish in the 3rd spot. The winner, Seize Irish, a grayer roan 2-year-old daughter of Seize Tizzy from Zandalusia by Bold Ruckus, was bred in California by the Sea Punch Ranch, owned by the Merv Griffin Ranch and trained by Doug O'Neill. Ridden to victory by Russell Bays, Seize Irish covers the mile at Golden Gate in 1:36 and 4. We're going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be heading to Southern California and returning home to New York. Please stay with us.
nybreads.com, the online home of North America's best incentive program. The latest news, updated throughout the day, plus streaming video of New York Bred Stakes winners. Check out the New York Bred leaderboards for jockeys, trainers, owners, and breeders. Want to become an owner or breeder? Well, the New York Thoroughbred Breeders section tells you about upcoming new owner seminars and farm tours. You'll even find an online sales section with horses you can purchase right now. There's a directory of New York State farms, a stallion registry, plus up-to-date sales information complete with hip numbers and pedigree pages. Thinking of breeding your mare? First, go to nybreads.com and run a hypothetical mating with any registered New York-based stallion. And finally, at nybreads.com, you'll see why the New York Breeding and Racing Program is North America's best, with over $40 million a year in purses, incentives, and awards. So get with the program at nybreads.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now with a pair of Grade 1 stakes for juveniles from Hollywood Park, beginning with the Hollywood Futurity. $200,000 on offer for the 2-year-olds. Not just the prize money here, though. However, an Eclipse Award is in the balance. Let's head out to California, the running of the Hollywood Futurity.
They're off. Good start. Declan's Moon broke right on top. Bushwhacker alongside. These two sharp early. Bushwhacker takes charge. Southern Africa away in third. Wilco's tight at the rail in fourth. Proud Accolade is just in behind the lead. He now races up to take fifth with Giacomo and Lucky Bid at the back of the pack. And Declan's Moon is very eager early. Victor Espinoza trying to take him back, and finally he settles. So that allows Bushwhacker to take charge. Bushwhacker is now a length and a half in front. Declan's Moon wants to go. He races in second. Proud Accolade outside of him, and Wilco at the rail. Then it's 4 lengths further back to Southern Africa. He's fifth with 6 to come. Giacomo has 7 lengths to make up, and Lucky Bid is at the back of the Futurity field as they head up the back stretch. It is Bushwhacker still in front, well off the rail. 3 lanes open, one of them taken by Declan's Moon, who comes through to challenge. Proud Accolade goes with him. Wilco is tucked in at the rail. At the half-mile pole, only a length and a quarter off the lead. Southern Africa has 5 to come. Then comes Giacomo and Lucky Bid, 3 furlongs to crown a champion. Declan's Moon is the leader. Proud Accolade and Wilco are just in behind him, and Wilco makes a move at the rail to engage the undefeated Declan's Moon. Declan's Moon gets the test now. Wilco's alongside in second. These two have left Proud Accolade, 3 back in third. Then comes Giacomo, and here comes Giacomo. Bushwhacker has been pulled up, and they run to the top of the stretch. Declan's Moon takes charge. It is Declan's Moon a length and a half in front of Wilco in second. Giacomo runs a giant race in third. Declan's Moon reaches for a final 16th. Wilco and Giacomo try to run him down. Declan's Moon with a total eclipse.
Declan's Moon getting the victory by a length and perhaps sewing up a championship award as well. He took the victory from Giacomo, who rallied from very nicely from off the pace at 15.5 to 1 to get his nose in front of Wilco. A nice effort by Wilco, who did have a little bit of trouble. He was inside. Corey Nakatani apparently feeling that he was kind of forced into the rail just a little bit during the early running, and it may have cost him the second spot. But nonetheless, a nice and solid return to the races here in the United States for Wilco, second time off the plane. But very impressive performance was Declan's Moon, who is now 4 for 4 and presumably on his way to Eclipse honors. The winner, Declan's Moon, is a dark Bayer Brown gelded 2-year-old son of Malibu Moon from VV Star by Norquester. Bred in Maryland by Bryce Ridgely and owned by the JMS stable. Trained by Ron Ellis and ridden to victory by Victor Espinoza, Declan's Moon covers the mile and a 16th in 1 minute 41 and 3. We're going to head right back to Hollywood Park now for 2-year-old fillies in the Hollywood Starlet on Sunday afternoon. Once again, a Grade 1 mile and a 16th. Let's head back to California, the Hollywood Starlet.
They're off. No Bull Baby is sent right out for the front. Splendid Blended breaks sharply in second, and Northern Mischief up the rail. These 3 fast into stride. Sharp Lisa comes away running in fourth. Then comes Charming Colleen at the rail, and Kenza between horses, and the trailer is Memorette. It'll be No Bull Baby to the backstretch from Splendid Blended, who's kept well to the middle of the track by Kent D. So No Bull Baby can be in front 3/4 of a length. Kent de Sormon wants Splendid Blended to sit second right now, but she wants to go up and challenge, and now these two sprint away by 2.5 lengths. Sharp Lista and Northern Mischief are third and fourth, and they're 2.5 from what is now a contested front end because Splendid Blended wants to go. 2 lengths to Memorette. She's 5 lengths off the lead. Kenza's between horses, and Charming Colleen is at the rail. There's 4.5 furlongs to run in the 24th Hollywood Starlet, and No Bull Baby and Splendid Blended are 1-2 with a half-mile left to run. No Bull Baby just a neck in front. Splendid Blended has settled down just a little bit now, and she's continuing content to sit second, but she's only ahead from the front. Northern Mischief rides the rail into contending position. Sharp Lisa's right alongside her, and they go to the top of the stretch, and Splendid Blended makes her move. It is Splendid Blended now a measured neck in front. Noble Babies battling at the rail. The danger will come from Sharp Lisa, who's a length and a quarter from the lead. Northern Mischief now has 3 to come, and Charming Colleen and Splendid Blended is in charge now. Splendid Blended to the final furlong, leads by 2 lengths. Northern Mischief and Sharp Lisa have got to go right now as 16th out. Splendid Blended is clear to the wire. Sharp Lisa is second, and Northern Mischief is third. Splendid Blended screwed strong. Splendid Blended wins the Starlet. The 24th Hollywood Starlet goes to Splendid Blended.
Splendid Blended getting the victory here. Earlier this year, she had proven not quite able to match Sweet Cat of Mine, but here, without that rival in the starting stall, she's able to win by 2 as the favorite over the second choice Sharp Lisa. Northern Mischief sat just off the early pace, came up a little bit flat late in the stretch to finish third. The winner, Splendid Blended, a chestnut 2-year-old daughter of Unbridled Song from Valid Blend by Valid Appeal. She was bred in Florida by Peter Vegso Racing Stable, owned by the breeder and trained by Neil Drysdale, ridden to victory by Kent DeSormo. Splendid Blended covers the mile in a 16th in 1:41 and 4. We're going to head back to New York now for a pair of 2-year-old stakes restricted to non-stakes winners, beginning with last Friday's running of the Raging Fever for 2-year-old fillies. 1 mile and 70 yards the distance. Let's head back down to New York and the running of the Raging Fever.
And they're off. And from the rail, it's Gallant Princess. And from the outside, it's She Belongs to You. Winning Season backs off a bit. Secrets Galore to the rail. Perfectly Quiet was off last. Into the first turn. And Gallant Princess will be the pacemaker. Gallant Princess now out there by a length. She Belongs to You will sit back second in the first quarter mile here. Winning Season is just outside of Perfectly Quiet. And 2.5 lengths in Secrets Galore is now the trailer. Into the backstretch run. Gallant Princess through a quarter. Reasonable enough, 24 1/5 seconds. Leads it by a measured length. She Belongs to You, sitting back while second. Winning Season on the outside. Perfectly Quiet's under a good hold there by Sean Bridgermahan. Down on the rail. And 2.5 lengths back to Secrets Galore, who's only 5 lengths from the leader. And the leader remains Gallant Princess at the half-mile pole. No one's come after her yet. She was able to get through an easy half there in 49 seconds flat. Into the far turn. Gallant Princess, now She Belongs to You, is going after her. Gallant Princess holds that lead. She Belongs to You, right at her throat latch now. Winning Season is right there on the outside, too. Right there, third. Perfectly Quiet just in behind the lead. And Secrets Galore, Perfectly Quiet and very tight there. In very tight indeed was Perfectly Quiet. Had to steady behind the tiring Gallant Princess. And as they turn for home, it's Winning Season now going head-to-head with She Belongs to You. And those two strike the 8th pole, going at it head-to-head with Winning Season prevailing now. Winning Season, 3/4 of a length. She Belongs to You, second by a half a dozen lengths. Farther back, Perfectly Quiet and Secrets Galore. Winning Season under the line to win it by 2 lengths. She Belongs to You, clearly second best, and Perfectly Quiet third.
Winning Season getting the victory here as the odds-on choice by 2 lengths, sitting off the pace with a perfect stalking trip under Rafael Bejarano to win over She Belongs to You, with Perfectly Quiet sitting in the 3rd spot most of the way around the racetrack. The winner, Winning Season, is a chestnut 2-year-old daughter of Lemon Drop Kid from Top Account by Private Account. She was bred in Kentucky by Marvin Delfiner and Fred Seitz, owned by the Overbrook Farm and trained by D. Wayne Lucas. Ridden to victory by Rafael Bejarano, Winning Season covers the mile in 70 yards in 1 minute 43 and 3. We're going to take a look next at a restricted stake for 2-year-old colts and geldings again, non-winners of a stakes race, the City Zip for $50,000, 6 furlongs the distance. Let's head back down to the Big A and the running of the City Zip.
And they're off. Ooh, Carson's Bridge stumbled coming out of there and came away last. The big favorite did not get away well. Up the backstretch, there goes Lieutenant Dan's, who hooks up with Benjamin Baby. Lieutenant Dan's in front. Benjamin Baby is second. We Love Rocky third toward the inside. Busy Trick is fourth. Carson's Bridge is in between horses and fifth. The trailer is Pavo. 22 and 3 for the opening quarter. Around the far turn, Lieutenant Dan's and Benjamin Baby going head-to-head. 3 lengths in Carson's Bridge has come through now, but is still third and still has a lot to do. About 4 lengths behind the leader. And the leader's Benjamin Baby. Lieutenant Dan's is second. Carson's Bridge 3 lengths behind. In third position, Pavo is fourth. Top of the stretch, Benjamin Baby. Benjamin Baby, the leader. Lieutenant Dan's is second. Here comes Pavo. And Carson's Bridge will try to get third. You'll be no better than third. They're coming down to the finish. And it is Benjamin Baby and Pavo. Benjamin Baby and Pavo. And Pavo surges past. Pavo gets it. Benjamin Baby second. Lieutenant Dan's is third.
Pavo getting the victory here. A nice effort here by this guy by a half a length, with Alan Garcia really prevailing during the stretch drive, and a very solid effort here over Benjamin Baby, who sat just off the early pace throughout the early part of the running. Lieutenant Dan's, the early pace setter, duked it out with Benjamin Baby, has to settle for third at 37-1. Choice in here at odds on was Carson's Bridge off a very impressive maiden victory. He was disappointing here. He stumbled very badly at the start, however, so he does have an excuse, finishing fourth in the field of 6. The winner, Pavo, is a chestnut 2-year-old son of Marquetry from Grab Gingerly by Fred Astaire. Bred in Kentucky by the Elser Farm and owned by Paranex Stable, trained by Jennifer Peterson and ridden to victory by Alan Garcia. Pavo covers the 6 furlongs on the Aqueduct Inner in 1 minute 10:03. Pair of graded stakes races to finish out the weekend in New York, beginning with the Grade 3 Ladies Handicap, one of the oldest races still run in New York, $100,000 mile and a quarter for the fillies and mares. Let's head back to New York in the running of the Ladies Handicap.
They're in the gate. And they're off. And a good start for Rare Gift, who finds herself in front in the very early stages here. Rory Motion is forwardly placed. Points West is reined in to run in between those two, and on the outside, Misfortunate. Then Board Eligible sits back in 5th position in the early going here. So they move Bias for the first time, and it's Rare Gift up for a narrow lead. Rory Motion on the pace, running along in second. They sailed through that first quarter in 25 seconds flat. Misfortunate is running third. And Board Eligible, relatively close to the pace today, is down on the inside, and she's now third, and Misfortunate is fourth. Then it's Nevermore down on the inside. Rendezvous Point between horses. Points West has been taken to the back of the pack. The last of the ball is French Hideaway as they start the run into the backstretch. Rare Gift and Rory Motion offering only mild pressure. The pace is slow to develop, a 49-4 opening half mile. Up the backstretch, Rare Gift right alongside Rory Motion. Misfortunate on the outside third. Board Eligible is only 2.5 lengths from the lead. She's fourth and on the inside. Points West has settled into an easy beat here with 4.5 furlongs to go. Fifth, about 5 lengths from the front. Down toward the inside, Nevermore now being asked to pick it up. Then in between horses, it's Rendezvous Point, and the trailer is French Hideaway. Around the far turn, Rare Gift still on top. Rare Gift the leader. Rory Motion now in a drive trying to get past her. Here comes Misfortunate as a rallying third. Points West on the outside fourth. Board Eligible is under the whip and down on the fence in the field. Turns for home. And Rare Gift turns it on. Rare Gift opens up and pulls away from Roar Motion and the rest. Board Eligible comes through on the inside. On the outside, Misfortunate now third. Passing the 8th pole. Rare Gift, 5-length lead. Board Eligible and Misfortunate, and they're coming down to the finish, and it's going to be Rare Gift. Migliori aboard this front-running winner who wins by 5 lengths on the line.
Rare Gift, Richie Migliori. Good to see him back in the winner's circle in a graded stakes race, drawing clear by an easy 6 at 4.5 to 1 over Board Eligible, who has found herself in some pretty lofty company lately. She moves back into graded stakes company against her own gender after taking on New York-bred fillies last time out, New York-bred colts and geldings in the prior start, and ran a very solid second here, having her neck in front of Misfortunate to get the place spot. Misfortunate, a very nice effort. Stalking Trip coming up just a little bit flat late. The favorite in this field was Roar Motion, who did show her usual good early speed, but I believe 1.25 miles just seems a bit too far for her to go. The winner, Rare Gift, is a 3-year-old gray or roan daughter of Unbridled Song from Rare Blend by Bates Motel. She was bred in Kentucky by Joseph Allen, owned by George Bolton, David DiPietro, and Roger Honor, trained by John Kimmel, and ridden to victory by Richie Migliori. Rare gift. Runs the 1.25 miles on the Big A inner track in 2:05 and 2. From fillies and mares going long to older sprinters in New York, we're going to take a look next at the Gravesend Handicap, a grade $300,000 6 furlongs. Let's head back to New York, the running of the Gravesend.
And they're off. Eavesdropper, and there goes Don Six, who's sent out to take the lead. Gators and Bears is on the chase early. Papua away third, angles over on the inside. Black Silk is fourth, Eavesdropper fifth, and Mr. Whitestone at the back. Up the backstretch, Don Six the leader. Gators and Bears not far behind. Papua sitting back third toward the inside. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter. The field moving into the far turn. Don Six now by 2. Gators and Bears now mounting a bit, who's second on the outside. Papua still running along in third. Black Silk advances to fourth. Mr. Whitestone, Eavesdropper's tailed off, coming to the top of the stretch. Don Six still barreling right along. He'll hit that quarter pole with the lead by a length and a half. Gators and Bears on the outside. Papua, Mr. Whitestone switched to the outside now for the run into the last furlong. Don Six trying to gut it out for one more furlong. Here comes Mr. Whitestone on the outside. Papua down at the fence. Gators and Bears between horses. 16th pole. Don Six still there by a length. Mr. Whitestone, Papua coming down to the line, and Don Six did it. A front-running score in the Gravesend to win by a length and a half.
Don Six and Mike Leslie getting the victory here on the front end. A quick effort, got out of the gate in very good order and held on by a length and a quarter at 5-1 over Mr. Whitestone. New York bred Papua finishing well to finish third. Fourth in the field was Gators and Bears, who was the odds-on choice, running a little closer to that early pace than might have been anticipated. It looked like it would set up a little bit better for an off-the-pace move. He was not able to rally after running very close to that early fraction. The winner, Don Six, is a dark Bayer Brown 4-year-old son of Wild Escapade from Concord's Beauty by Concord Bound. Bred in Florida by Patricia Generazio and owned by Miss Generazio, trained by Scott Lake, and ridden to victory by Mike Leslie. Don Six covers the 6 furlongs at the Big A in 1:08 and 4. That's going to wrap up a very busy weekend of stakes racing action here at Horses and Courses. Thank you very much for joining us. We'd like to take this time to thank all of you who put this program on the air this week, and of course wish all of you out there a very happy holiday season. Until next week, have a great week at the races.